Hi, this is NICKHELLOHEY and welcome to VEDA day number 20. Today I'm here with Hannah.
So April is Autism Awareness Month.
And as we're doing VEDA, Hannah thought that we could incorporate the two. So Hannah?
Yes, Nick.
What is autism?
Autism is a lifelong developmental disorder that affects how a person learns and how they interact with other people. It also affects how they make sense of the world around them.
When we're looking at autism, I understand there's like a spectrum. Can you explain a little bit more about that?
There is a spectrum, and it starts, there's two ends. There is the end where people are quite intelligent and very aware of everything socially and stuff like that, but you might not realise they have autism. That end's more called Asperger's, if you like. And the other end of the spectrum is where people find it hard to communicate. So they might not be able to speak to you, they might not be able to look at you in the eyes like you would if you're having a conversation with someone normally. So yeah, they find life a lot harder.
The way a lot of people with autism are portrayed in popular culture is often that although they're having to deal with this certain disorder, they seem to latch on to one thing or a couple of things that they become obsessed with. Is that like a normal thing that someone would do with autism? Or
yes, is that... Nick, you used the best word ever. Okay, every autistic person has an obsession. Okay, it can be anything from playing with gravel or just sifting things through their fingers. It can be trains, it could be cars, it can be anything. I mean, I've met people that are obsessed with the underground. I know a person who knows the underground map back to front. You can tell them you're going to Hackney and they can tell you the exact trains you need to get on, the exact times, the exact trains, everything.
That'd be useful. I always get lost.
Yeah, me too. Autism has a lot of different characteristics, like we were saying about obsession, but some of us that don't have autism also have obsessions. I know I do. I'm obsessed with Superman, so that would be my obsession. But what are you obsessed with?
Oh my god. A few things.
Come on, Nick.
Don't make me say something.
Nick, what I wonder, what are you obsessed with?
Recently it's been My Little Pony. But there's other bits and pieces as well, like photography and the thing is just that with what I consider my obsession are kind of things that I can turn off, turn on, whereas people with autism, I kind of imagine it's a...
Can't do that.
Yeah, it's like a full-on, I have to go and find out everything I can. So, although I'm kind of, we do
that is the difference. That is the difference. Autism has other characteristics, and it's not necessarily by watching this video and seeing the different characteristics doesn't mean you have autism. Everybody has autistic traits. Okay, so some of these things you might think, oh, I do that, but that doesn't mean you have autism.
We are going to do some examples of the different characteristics. We are going to take some of these to the extreme. This is quite a light-hearted video. It's just to bring awareness to autism, so take some of them with a pinch of salt. Some of them are for fun, but people with autism do live with a lot of these issues every day, so it can be quite difficult for them.
Why do I keep doing this?
It's good, it's fine, it's alright, it's alright. Right, so we're going to do some examples of the characteristics. They're kind of broken down to three main headings. Some of the examples can straddle each heading, and these examples are not necessarily everything that can happen within each heading. There are other bits and pieces that can happen with autistic people. First of all, we're just going to do some examples of social communication.
Someone with autism would take what you say very literally. So, to give an example, I work in a school and there was a time we asked a child to go to another classroom to give a teacher something. But as he left the room, we said, oh, knock on the door first, just to remind him to be polite and knock on the door. So the child went outside. As he's got out of the classroom, closed the door, he knocked on the classroom door that we were in and then went to the other class, which is perfectly fine because he took us literally, even though we meant knock on the other door. Oh. Bless him.
These next few examples are related to jokes and sarcasm and how someone with autism may take them literally. Hannah, today's great. I'm on top of the world.
How did you get up there? I really love animals.
Hannah, I'm just off to choke the chicken.
What? Not the chicken?
Wow, that reeks of failure.
I can't smell anything.
This next example is related to how someone with autism may misinterpret facial expressions.
Nick! Nick! Are you happy? Nick's happy! Yay!
The next characteristic we're going to cover is
social interaction, which means how a person with autism might act with other people.
So the next few examples show how someone with autism may act or react within certain situations. Hey Hannah! Hey Hannah, how are you?
Hi Nick, I'm good.
Have you had a good day?
Yeah.
The third characteristic is around social imagination, and this causes issues with play and interpreting how something may turn out. Shing! This is my sword! I'm in my castle!
What? I'm in your garage, Nick.
This is my castle! So that's some examples of how people with autism may have an issue with danger and
playing with other people, cooperating with other people, working as part of a team.
for those things.
Yeah, one of them.
But something else that may be an issue is under social imagination is things like routine.
They can't quite grasp anything outside of their routine. I mean, we all have a routine, apart from Nick because he's special. But I get up in the morning, I brush my teeth, I get dressed, I'll put my deodorant on before I get dressed, and then I gotta have breakfast, and then I gotta go to work. As little as it is, it's still a routine. But if for some reason something happened, my toothbrush wasn't there, it wouldn't upset my day. But for someone with autism, their social imagination, what am I gonna do? My toothbrush isn't there. I can't brush my teeth, then I can't get dressed, I can't go to school, I can't do it.
Which I imagine would be quite a big issue because it's life just in its very nature changes. Kind of smaller changes are just things that happen really, so I can imagine it'd be quite difficult on the day-to-day to...
We take the small things that change for granted because it doesn't really make a big difference to us. But the smaller things, like being able to find my toothbrush, is something that would majorly upset someone with autism because they can cope with larger changes, like they don't have to get up till 10 o'clock, but they can't cope with small things like toothbrush not being in the right place.
Autism is a learning difficulty which includes other elements such as
dyspraxia, dyslexia, ADHD, and a lot of the time epilepsy. It is also anxiety driven. Everything is fueled by anxiety, the fear of doing something new or doing something in general, and they can't necessarily overcome that fear and therefore their behaviour changes. There are 500,000 people in the UK with autism.
That's 1 in 100.
Together with families, that's 2 million people
whose lives are touched by autism every single day.
That's a lot of people. If you know or you come across someone has the characteristics or the traits that we've talked about, try and be understanding about how they are feeling, because the world is a big scary place for everyone, and to have all that other stuff going on too really is a struggle every day. Also,
if you know someone who potentially has autism or a number of the other difficulties we've talked about, chat to them about it. Maybe get them to contact their GP and discuss it. In my own personal experience, I found that if I've had any issues or any difficulties, that after it's been diagnosed, for me personally, it was kind of a weight lifted because I knew what was going on.
And then you can go on to things to help you. Like for children, there are schools specifically for people with autism. I work in a school specifically designed for kids with autism, so it's easy to manage.
And there's also a range of other information you can gain from websites, from contact numbers. But yeah, if you'd like more information, then by all means look below for the websites, for the contact numbers, etc. if you do have any questions or comments, etc., Hannah will keep an eye on this video. She's the expert. I'll try my...
So I'm an expert?
Out of the two of us, she's the expert.
Okay.
I'll try my best to help the best I can. Hannah will keep an eye on the videos as well. If there are any issues that come up, then she'll also dive in on the comments, etc. Thank you for watching VEDA Day number 20. I hope you enjoyed us raising awareness of autism.
I hope you're more aware.
I want you to call them something.
You furry shoe people. Right,
okay.
Examples.
Right, okay. so many takes to get that. Right, see you tomorrow.